Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another video. This is going to be a private game. I know you guys always like when I do to see my builds against actual good survivors, so I got a couple of friends of mine to get together here so we could do private games at the highest level the game can be played. So I could record and show it to you guys how the builds stand out against, actual good survivors and SWAT teams and all that good stuff. Well, not really good, but you know what I mean. So I'm playing Annette here, and I'm using the default like ultimate build, like I showed you. Already, all the builds that I'll be using here I already made videos on. Okay, which are the best builds for the respective mastermind. The ultimate builds, ultimate best builds. So right here, I'm trying to set up a little early there by spawning the. You know what thing about this build is that you gotta keep up the spam. You know that helps because otherwise, just killing the zombies, they're gonna get too much time and nothing's gonna happen. So you need to overwhelm them in a way where they'll go down, or something that will compensate for all the time they're gaining from killing the creatures. See right there, I'm using the ambush as you can tell, so that right there was a free, a free invincible bite there. You see Jen here? They're already shooting my cameras as usual. So I'm closing the door, so they have to. Although they have a Tyrone, so it kind of don't matter. But so while they're opening the doors, I can have the zombies essentially spawn on top of them. Now on area one, especially against good teams, the build is really not gonna do very much. It's really when it gets to area two and forward against really good teams where the build, gets a lot stronger to actually be able to deal with the rush that they're trying to do. The speed and everything. So I'm not sure if they're gonna do this here, but one thing they do pretty well is they separate. So they separate in groups of in pairs of two. So I can't really defend both at the same time. They usually send a pair to one room and a pair to the other room. So at the same time, so I can't really defend both places. You should notice how they're shooting my cameras as well, so they're not dumb. They're not actually letting me spawn the creatures for free. Like sometimes it happens on private games. As you can tell, they got it inside that door, that room. While I was worried about this room right here, so just like I mentioned, where they divide my attention. It's a really good strategy for when, especially in area one like this, where you have like multiple objectives to defend at the same time. On area 2 and 3, you can't really do that, but on area 1, it's definitely a good strategy. A survivor. And you see, I'm really struggling with the energy here, but it's area 1, so everything is kind of toned down. So it's kind of to be expected in a way. The door closed there by the trap that they activated. And I really have like zero energy, zero good cards to use. So at this point, you're just gonna have really to, just gonna have to really wait for them to get to area 2 here. And just like I mentioned, you see right there, they get a lot of time from killing all the creatures if nothing really happens. So this build is really key that you eventually overwhelm them. That usually comes better, come easier once you have Birkin. So this is what I mean by saying that, only once it gets to area 2 and so that things can really start to pick up when you're playing these good teams. If you're playing a bad team, you can definitely win on area 1 with this build. So again, I'm trying to set up early here. Also, because I just don't want to sit on 10 points of energy. So if I'm maxed out, I might as well use a little bit, and let it recover while they are still kind of approaching. Right there, I already got Birking. So just gotta wait for a good moment to use it here. They already like destroyed all the creatures. Like I can't even do much. Jan's all over my camera there, as you can tell. So I spawned Birking really quickly just to avoid her destroying my camera. I'm trying to focus on Tyrone here because he can save the others with the kick. If I grab him, if I grab him like this, he can kick Birking, and he will save them for free. So but that right there, they're actually good. They're actually saved him without wasting any items. I don't know if you guys know, but you can do that by shooting him on the eye that he has on his arm. Although it seems to be really hard. I don't know how they actually managed to do, but if you try to do it alone, usually it doesn't work. It has to be multiple people shooting it, but you can definitely. I was trying to grab him right there before he opened the door, but yeah, didn't happen. But yeah, if you shoot his eye when he's doing that animation where he's gonna like blow up the survivor's head, You can definitely make him get just like Mr. X when you shoot him in the head and he kind of lets him go from the killing animation. I think it's kind of dumb that they can do that, but you know, whatever. Notice how the time really isn't changing. Is all like 5 minutes still. They're essentially losing time as much as they're gaining. I'm right there, almost a grab, and didn't happen. Really important that you control your zombies as well in this build because even though you can spawn a lot of them, they're not really that efficient by themselves. So already got Birkin again, so I'm gonna use him to push them away from the and you know notice how Tyrone is also using that ability where he cannot get grabbed while he's running. So that is like a huge counter to this build because it's all about the zombies grabbing the survivors. So him having that plus being able to open the doors very quickly is really kind of working against me here. Luckily, Val doesn't have the same ability, so as you can tell there, she got grabbed by the zombie, and that allowed me to kill her with Birkin. I already exit Birkin because I want him to come back, faster. So I don't want to wait too long inside using him there before I despawn him. And right now, this is where it shines. And also, the fact that Val was the one that got down, she has the healing potential, right? So now it's gonna be really hard for the others to heal her, especially when I'm spawning so many zombies on top of her, And now Tyrone just got kind of punished for trying to stay close, and it's pretty much a snowball from now on. And this is what I mean when I said by overwhelming. Then this is what needs to happen with this build. If you're just spawning zombies randomly like that and they keep killing the zombies, they're just actually gonna gain like way too much time. But if you somehow manage to overwhelm them, there's like a star right there. And like I mentioned, Birking is usually the key for that happening. As you saw right there, this whole thing started with Birking, downing Val. Also, notice how I'm focusing on them. You need to do that. This is another strategy to this build. Hitting the survivors while they're getting grabbed by the others. This is really a must strategy. When you see the opportunity, you must do that. But at this point, like it's really bad. I already got Birkin again, as you can tell, because I'm using the equipment for recharging faster. Not to mention I exit him early, so makes him come back faster also. And there goes Tyrone. He can also get grabbed while he's getting up like that. And at this point it's really just a snowball. There's not much they can do. This is what you want to happen with this build. So this was the first match, okay guys. So they were still trying to adapt to everything. This was our first game. They had no idea how to play my net. So don't worry, we're gonna get some more matches and you see how much they're gonna change. But yeah, that was the first game, so we actually won. But I'm not gonna spoil it to you guys, but I'm just gonna say that the next matches are gonna be very interesting. Okay, very interesting. But yeah, it's pretty much 1-0, 1-0 now for me as Annette with the ultimate build, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.